This is Glen Canyon Vista Neighborhood Association, the view of the new Senior Center, November 3rd, 2010.
Senior Center, the Helen Drake Senior Center. Now, many of you know that this Senior Center was funded by the 2006 bond program, and that bond program was approved by a vote of Phoenix residents who overwhelmingly said, please use our money, our tax dollars, to fund facilities for seniors. And one example of it is this right here. This is they allocated $4 million for construction of a facility like this. Now you might be saying, well, how can we afford to do this at a time like this? But in fact, I think most of you involved with Manzanita know that we're paying lease payments over there. We're renting a facility, so we're actually going to be able to save money on a regular annual basis by not having to make a lease payment. So this is an efficiency move by the city, and it's an opportunity for the city to build a better facility that will meet the long-term needs of the community. And thank you to the voters of Phoenix for allowing us to do that. This facility is going to be just under 13,000 square feet, and is going to include a large multi-purpose room, which I know a few of you have some ideas for how you might use that room. 3 classrooms, a computer lab, a library, and a serving kitchen. The parking lot will be constructed of something called pervious concrete, and that's concrete where when water drops on it, or pours on it, or when it rains, instead of it just running off into the street, it gets to percolate back into the groundwater system. So it's a lot better in terms of allowing oil and pollutants to not just run off into the storm sewer system directly or stay cooled. So it's a great system. We've used pervious concrete in a couple of parks and had great success with it. We also plan to, in the future, to install solar panels on the roof to generate electricity for the facility. So we're really trying to do this in the most modern way possible. So a few of you might know somebody named Anita Van Boren. Who knows Anita? Anita is truly a visionary, and without Anita, we couldn't be here today. And I'd like to bring her up. She's a senior center supervisor from Manzanita, and I have a feeling she's going to be very involved and engaged in making this whole thing work too. So Anita, come on up.
Well, they made a mistake and gave me some talking points. But however, our supreme leaders over there said you'll do it your way. So first of all, I would just like to thank everybody that is involved in this, and I can tell you, our council people, Council Maddox and Councilwoman Williams, I know you had a lot to do with the vote on the council to make this dream come true. So, and all of the volunteers at the center, the bond committee, and all those people that have worked so very, very hard to make this dream come true.
Why are we going to spend money to improve a shopping center when we can buy a facility that meets our needs, and it would be the city of Phoenix's, and we can eliminate these rent payments? And that started the process. And over time, I kept getting calls back to the principal's office, as I used to say, and they would tell me what they wanted to do. Well, we started at La Frontera, right? And that was the initial, that was what the bond program was about. We were going to share a facility. But as we got involved in it, and the Adam Diaz Senior Center was built, and you guys got a chance to go see what Adam Diaz was, you go, we don't want a second best, we want the best. And so that's how the Helen Drake Center came to be. And with the economy and real estate being what it is, this piece of property came available. It made all the sense in the world. Right next to the fire station, where we have a community room, we already have facilities here. Right next to a great partner with our community, Orangewood Church of the Nazarene, and Bob Hake, who's a good friend, and an opportunity that we might be able to partner with them on some future opportunities as well. it made a good fit for us. It made sense. So we, Gloria, when I say we, Gloria, and Gloria is the one who got those nudges and those phone calls, started working on negotiating about this piece of property. And that's how we got to be here this morning. And as opportunities continue to present themselves, and I need to give credit where credit's due, Councilman Vice Mayor Michael Nowakowski actually gave up some of the bond money for his district to help us with this. So I would ask that you communicate to him, send him some emails and say thank you very much, Vice Mayor, for helping us with this. That's what's making up that $4 million. We had money in the La Pradera plan, but it wasn't sufficient to do the project that we want to do here this morning. So we've come a long way. It's been a lot of work. There's been a lot of people involved, many of them you, and we thank you very much. The board that I kept getting called into, thank you all very much for your direction. So with that, I guess we're ready to break ground, huh?
Yep. I just have one other little thing I want to do, which is to have all the city staff people. Gloria is the lead of the Human Services Department, but all of the city staff who have any involvement in any way in this project or this center, please raise your hand and be recognized, because it really takes a great team to do this. We're going to make sure it gets done, and they're going to make sure when it opens, it's got great services and programs for everybody and for the community. So thank you all. Let's go break some ground over here. Please join us.
It's the beginning stage.
Okay, now you want to look at the dirt.
I've never found a shovel that fits.
Steve McFarland, really the point person in charge of this project for the city of Phoenix. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm in charge.
So the question we were talking about was, in this diverse neighborhood where you have the largest mosque in the southwestern United States, you have a large Spanish-speaking population, you have plus an ongoing prostitution problem along 27th Avenue, right in front of this lot. How do you see the senior center interacting with all of these diverse variables, especially with the prostitution problem?
Well, anytime you can establish a city presence in a neighborhood, you're going to increase attention and awareness of what's going on in that neighborhood. We're going to have approximately 100, 150 seniors come into this facility every day. There are, in a part, our eyes and ears on what's going on in the neighborhood. They're very vocal, and they're not going to tolerate some of the current conditions that we've observed in this neighborhood. They're friends of the police, and they are very prone to reporting things that they see. So I think just city presence here is really going to help. Police will use the lot for doing paperwork. They'll pull over to check the building. So there'll be more attention to what's going on. The facility will be welcoming, but it will not be for loitering or for crime or anything like that. They'll be posted no trespassing. When the facility's closed, it's going to be well lit, and we have friends. We got the fire station to the north of us, and we have the church to the south of us. So we see that this senior center is only going to bring good to the neighborhood.
And us too. We're planning on being your best friends.
Great. I'll give you my number.
All right.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Steve.
Okay.